హాయ్ వెల్కమ్ టు మై ఛానల్. నా ఛానల్కి మీ అందరికీ స్వాగతం. లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ ది వీడియో, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ మై ఛానల్ ఫర్ నోటిఫికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ న్యూ వీడియోస్. ప్లీజ్ క్లిక్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. ఈ వీడియోని లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ చేయండి, నా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. కొత్త వీడియోల నోటిఫికేషన్స్ కోసం పక్కనే ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని క్లిక్ చేయండి. Okay, so this Saptamatrika human races theory we are discussing, and in this, welcome to part 2. In this last part we stopped at influence of magic on gene expression. So that is what gene expression is influenced by many environmental factors before giving the final phenotype. That is what science also agrees with, right? So in this, radiations are a major factor, and the gods we worship are a huge magical radiation, and the covenants with them, the agreements with them have a huge impact on our genes. That's why study of genomes and haplogroups, these are all total waste. You don't even know the correct race of what appears in the phenotype. A phenotype may be a Caucasoid, but he doesn't belong to the Caucasian race. Do we even know that? They don't even know that. And they make huge theories on admixtures, etc., based on few samples collected from random people. We never go into checking each and every individual. We always dwell on random sampling methods only for making theories, which are not at all correct in many cases. In some cases they become completely unhelpful. They are totally helpless. So basing on phenotype, deciding a race of a person is total useless thing. To in magical terms, for a magical person it is total blasphemy. I would also like to introduce here the concept of a Maya person, Maya entity. That is a person, a living person, or a living thing, or a non-living thing made from a supernatural matter, supernatural material matter. So this matter comes from Sunyaloka. It is the grace, that is the, as I described, earth is compared to the body, that is a creation is the Shiva, that is the body like thing. While this Maya person or the supernatural matter is like the grace, that is the lighting, dummy things, and these can be called as robots in magical terms. So there are even many things, non-living things, or living species, or even human beings made from this supernatural matter, material, outwardly material, which cannot be classified into either as matter or antimatter in scientific terms, because this is non-scientific, that is non-earthly, does not belong to our universe. It's a different universe matter. I hope you understand it. This does not exist as far as science is concerned. It's like a creationist theory. This is a totally unnatural material matter. For convenience, I myself call this matter as plastic. A grace of God is like plastic, because it's like the how do we recognize body, soul and grace? Let us take example of moon. The other side of the moon, which does not glow, the matter with which moon is made, that is as the body. The glowing face, that is the soul, and the vanilla, that is the moonlight, which hits the earth, which even forms shadows of things on earth on a new moon day, that is the grace. the pure light, like juice. You have seen a supernatural TV show. If you see in that, angel's grace is sucked out, that is injected out, sucked with a syringe, and in a vial they collect this grace, white type of shining radium like liquid. That is grace. That is the plastic thing. That is the most toxic and caustic thing on earth, because it's made up of supernatural matter that causes pain and disease, a lot of suffering. Like we are exposed, if eyes are exposed to the light for a long time, how we will feel? The body is exposed to this supernatural matter. The souls especially, they become weak. The bodies get tarnished. The more this matter is thrown into our world, we suffer the more. It's like being exposed to X-rays daily. It becomes cancerous to us. We should not have much of this matter on earth, but given the Kali age, given the age of science, given the eclipse stage, God has to put a lot of this matter on earth. So why am I telling this concept of plastic people, that is the robots, is because in animals, if two subspecies breed, they will give rise to an subspecies individual who is a real person, that is made from earthly matter, real matter. But if human races breed, we don't have production of real people. So an interracial person born to an interracial marriage is always a plastic person. Plastic people can even occur anywhere, even to a same race, same caste marriage also. Of course, intercaste marriage doesn't produce, is not incapable of producing real babies. I mean to say that plastic can be produced anywhere, because it's creation of God, it's magic of God. He can take any form anywhere. But we should be concerned only with the possibilities of producing real people, real babies. Where is it possible? So an interracial marriage always produces only plastic people. It is not capable of producing real people, except in case of interracial marriage between avatars. Only if they are avatars of God or devas, that is the demigods, only they can produce real people. Like I said, Vanaras, that is the avatars of devas. If Vanaras and humans mate, they will always produce plastic people. But because they are avatars of gods, they produce real people. And also, like I said, plastic can take any form. So a whole species in animals can be completely of plastic people, plastic members. What is the necessity that God is producing many plastic things in the world today? Because we have been injected with poison. We are like teenage people who don't know what is what, and He cannot give. God is the biggest Blue Cross member. He cannot let, not only just because out of compassion, but animals are superior to mankind. They are aliens, remember? Forests and animals and plants, these are all aliens. But they have been allotted to our earth. So they are no more alien. Their origin is alien, but now they are earthly creatures. They have been ritualistically allotted to us. So in order that we do not harm them, God, forest, there is a forest goddess, Vanadevata, in all forest regions, and Samudra, even the Poseidon, like Poseidon and Varuna, Samudra, all the sea creatures are hidden. The original sea creatures are hidden. Only the plastic ones we see, we hunt, we feed. We can never touch the original ones. They are God property. They are the living, actual thing. And we are currently living in an experimental stage, mankind. and we are learning things. For experiment, God doesn't let us handle original creatures. They are hidden by sea goddesses, forest goddesses, everything. Whatever they show us are plastic things only. We are allowed to see only real goat, sheep and chicken and eat their meat only. Whatever other meat we are eating, like Chinese eat all those other creatures. That's why they get these diseases easily, because their body is polluted by so much of caustic material, plastic. What happens if you keep on eating plastic daily? It releases all those chemicals into your body. Their bodies have become, so much polluted with this supernatural matter. The grace of God. It has like acid. They are daily drinking acid, like that it has become. Only chicken and mutton, the two which are grown in village environment. If you try to raise in a commercial industry, even chicken and goat also plastic ones only God will send. So that is the thing. And why chicken and mutton, I will tell later. That comes in the section of human material, body materials types. I'll tell them later. So like mankind has experimented with many things in lab. We have burnt pigs alive. We have made many species go extinct. We hunted them down. These are like artificial solar energy. These what even natural food, what is it driven by? Solar energy only now. It gets into plants and then by chloroplast, and then it comes to our food. What is the chemical energy? Converted solar energy only is the chemical energy in the food we eat. So this is direct supply of solar energy without chloroplast, just in the form of things that we can touch, but they are actually made up of supernatural matter, and when we eat them, they deliver the solar energy directly to us, which is very caustic. It's like drinking a little bit of nuclear blast daily. I hope you get it. To run our bodies instead of the natural way of eating plant-made food. So even there can be artificial, that is plastic water, plastic rocks, anything can be plastic. And there can be whole species of animals, birds, plants, plastic. But normally he doesn't need plants to be plastic, because they don't have a nervous system, and mankind can experiment on them, except making genetically modified plants. Whatever we try to make genetically modified plants, those are nothing but plastic plants only, plastic seeds. They are not real, because as I said, we should not deal with polluting natural systems. Whatever artificial life you create in labs, this DNA techniques you use, you remove the whole yeast DNA and put new DNA, and all those are all plastic organisms you are dealing with. They are not real thing. That's what mankind, in the wave of having this sudden consciousness and intelligence, is going on tampering and polluting everything around him. So as in such a state, God hides the, as I said, when we have starting apocalypse starts and we have plagues of electricity, I said that we will have river plagues, where the river will be there, but we won't be able to touch it, because it will be shifted to a new dimension. Like Shiva is there on Kailasa, but we cannot see him because he exists in a different dimension on Kailasa itself. So that river will disappear, but actually it will be there, and animals will be living happily. It will keep flowing, but we will not be able to touch it. For how many hours he wants to cut off the water supply, he will make the rivers disappear. And whoever can pray and get special permission, they will be able to go and bring water from the river. They will be able to put motor pipes and draw water out. But those who are cursed and who don't have permission, they will not be able to use the river water. It will go into a different dimension for them. The river basin would appear as dry and parched to them. Like that, even scientists agree, we have explored only 5% of the ocean. All the real ocean creatures, they are hidden. Whatever we see are plastic only. So where does these plastic creatures come from? I'll tell you in part 3.